Lesson 2.2, reconcile a bank statement. Example 3, Marina and Brian have a joint account, meaning that they both are on the same exact one checking account. They have a balance of $3,839.25 on their check register. The balance on the bank statement is different. The bank statement says $3,450.10. Not reported on that statement are these deposits right here, and then these 4 written checks. They want us to reconcile the bank statement using a spreadsheet. So the first thing that I'm going to need to do is I need to know what their outstanding deposits were, and I need to know what their outstanding checks were. So the deposits, it was $2,000. It was $135.67, $254.77, and $188.76. Her outstanding checks are 567.89, 23.83, 598.33, and 1,000. It told us to do it on a spreadsheet. So on the spreadsheet, we're going to find how much total were her outstanding deposits. So I'm going to title cell 1A, outstanding deposits. And I'm going to title cell B, outstanding checks. My cells are running over each other, so I'm going to come to the center and double click so that it provides extra space. The outstanding deposits and the outstanding checks were monies. So I am going to highlight these 2 rows and click the $ to say we were talking about monies. So now I'm going to list the outstanding deposits. The first outstanding deposit was $2,000. So 2, 1, 2, 3. Because I selected the monies sign, it puts it in money terms for me. The next deposit was $135.67. Next deposit was $254.77. The last outstanding deposit was $188.76. I also need to list my outstanding checks. The first outstanding check was $567.89. Second was $23.83. Third was $598.33. And the last outstanding check was $1,000. So I need totals. I need to know what my total was for my outstanding deposits and what my total was for my outstanding checks. And because these are going to be totals, and I want to separate them from everybody else, I'm going to go ahead and bold them. I am also going to outline the cells, so I know that these are important. If I click inside this cell is supposed to be the outstanding deposits. So I type in an equal sign to say, hey Google, I want you to do some math for me. I want them to add the entire row. So I'm going to type in the word sum, saying I want you to add. Parenthesis saying I'm going to tell you what to add, and I want them to add from here all the way down to here. I close the parenthesis saying I am done giving you the math problem. You will notice that A2 was the first cell, there's a colon, and then A5 was the last cell. I am adding from A2 to A5. If I click enter, this is the total of my outstanding deposits. According to the spreadsheet, her outstanding total deposits were $2,579.20. Now when you use the spreadsheet to find out her outstanding checks, how much does she still owe? Repeating that again, I need an equal sign to say, Google Sheets, I want you to do some math. I want them to add the column, so I'm going to click in sum to say add. I need to put a parenthesis to say I'm going to tell you where to add. I want them to start here and add all the way down to here. Close the parenthesis to say I'm done with my formula. I started here, which was at the cell B2, and add all the way through to B5. Enter, and they added the sum for you. According to the spreadsheet, she still owes $2,190.05. Let's go ahead and check the rest of the spreadsheet to see if she is balanced. So I found my 2 sums, my sum for my outstanding deposits and my sum for my outstanding checks. If you would like to highlight these so you can keep them separate, that's a good, useful visual tool as well. Now I'm supposed to balance my checkbook. The first thing that we always did when we were balancing was that we found the check register balance. In reading my problem, my check register balance was 3839.25. The cell was already told to be money, so it did it as money. I can no longer read check register balance. So I need to come up here, double click on that line and say, please open it until you can read everything. After finding my check register balance, we then ended up looking for our statement ending balance. And the balance at the end of my statement was 3450.10. It knew it was monies because it was already informed of that, but I can't read this cell anymore, so I need to come back up and double click again so that I can see it.
Let's check your understanding of spreadsheets. Write a formula to calculate the sum of the outstanding checks. So how to find the sum of your outstanding or find the sum of whatever you need. You're going to type the equal sign into the cell. You're going to write the word sum. In parentheses, you're going to put a number, and this number right here is the starting cell. So for example, you might write A1 or B6. It's the number of the cell that you're starting to add. Put a colon, and then type in the ending cell. So this says, hey, figure out the sum starting from here and going all the way to here. This is the formula you would type into any cell to find the sum of something.